Good. 2 bouts remaining.
Now entering the ring, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 175 pounds, fighting out of Nolan Brothers Boxing and trained by Paige Egerbrecht and Alex Roberts, Dennis Regan.
Dennis Regan, another one of our boxers, coming out to a Home Depot theme song remix.
That's the power of the Home Depot.
That's right. Rocking a formidable mustache, very corrupt state trooper looking in appearance. Dennis, badass dude, good high school wrestler, tough guy. Tall task in front of him though, with Jake
Provenzano.
Thank you for jumping
Sweet
in
baby
there,
Jake
man.
Provenzano.
Yeah.
Please welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 175 pounds, trained by Nick Sear, Jake, Sweet Baby Jake Provenzano.
So it's funny with this Provenzano kid, we were at fights recently, and I saw the name Provenzano, and the name was like, it wasn't Jake.
John or
It was
Joe.
something so crazy. And I go, what the hell? This kid's fighting? It turns out, I mean, I have to imagine it's like his brother or something, you know? So yeah, Provenzano, trained by Nick Sear.
The fight
again,
is
like Mark mentioned
sponsored
earlier,
by
the Haymakers
silver
staple.
sponsors Sterling Construction and Lincoln
Nick
Tavern and
historically
Restaurant,
was out of everybody
Napa
fights. I don't know where he
Restaurant and
necessarily is
Supper
now.
Club,
Sear
and
Farrell, I mean,
Loco
he's-
Taqueria
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. That's a
and
good point.
Oyster
Yeah.
Bar.
So both Dennis and Jake, 5'8", 175 pounds. Dennis substantially younger at 25 years old to Jake's 31, but otherwise really comparable
Jake
tail of the tape here.
with the beard, Dennis with just the mustache.
They call it a jam, just a mustache.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I
jam.
kind of like that. Jake flying out of the gate.
Yeah, Jake coming out very aggressively. Good jab by Dennis.
Great
Regan
jab
there.
by Dennis Regan. Jake, tremendous output. Hasn't necessarily found a home for any of those punches
Yeah,
yet.
Dennis seems to be landing that right hand
And a good jab by
through
Dennis
that,
as well.
that salvo there.
A great left hook by Dennis as well. Jake definitely the busier of the two. I don't know what Tom cautioned. It sounded like listen.
Yeah, I don't know if he hit on the clinch. I don't know what that was.
It might have been something along those lines.
So again, it's good right hand by Dennis. Big opening flurry by Jake. I don't know if he's
Jake-
already slowing down.
Jake is not landing well. He's not.
Yeah.
Dennis so far has landed.
Good clean right hand by Dennis again.
Dennis throwing a lot less punches and landing a lot more punches. Jake's arms are wildly
Very long.
Yeah, they are,
Yeah.
aren't they? Much longer than I was expecting. Good right hand over top by Dennis once again. This round could be interesting to score because Jake is
of the aggression.
so much busier. But as far as telling blows, it is not close so far. With someone like Jake, if you throw that much, you chances are going to find a home for something at some point. But he hasn't yet.
And we'll see if that
Dennis
early
landed a good flurry.
great right hand
Tremendous right hand. Very clear round for Dennis.
Welcome back, our ring card warrior.
Yeah, again,
Sherry Levin. She was
Jake came out
diagnosed with breast
very,
cancer
very fast,
in
very, very
2014.
hot.
I was actually surprised. He ran to take center. But Dennis looking the more polished of the two.
Again, Haymakers for Hope, Rock and Rumble 12, live from the MGM Music Hall in Fenway Park. So let's see how Jake's cardio holds up.
Yeah,
There was a lot of energy expended early on.
I don't hate Jake's approach, though. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Don't box this kid.
it's not even
Get
like
in
he
there,
wasn't like
get
wild
ugly.
and ugly. Really,
Sure.
he wasn't crazy ugly. You know,
That's
he wasn't
fair.
like he wasn't as sharp and polished. I say that, but he was throwing punches the entire time, and they were kind of smart punches, right? He just wasn't necessarily landing. He was just everything was like a hair off.
Yeah.
He was a little more open. He was a little bit more plodding. A little bit, and Dennis was just tight and sharp. Good right hand by Dennis once again. Dennis doing a good job getting under that offense, and so Jake landed a good uppercut
Jake
there.
tends to have the most success kind of in the hockey. Good left hook by Dennis there.
Yeah.
Jake seems to have the most success in the hockey fight, kind of clinch and throw.
A good jab by Jake there. Better jab by Dennis there.
Yeah,
Dennis doing a
getting
great
his
job
head off center.
getting under the offense. Jake has kind of a little bit of an awkward style where I can't necessarily tell if he's tired.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, pace
His
is
hands
slowed
kind of
considerably.
move, kind of interesting.
Dennis throwing
good
really
little-
with one punch at a time
Yep.
now.
A good left hook by Jake earlier, a moment ago.
Good right
Good
hand.
right hand by Dennis. Good
Another
right hand by
good
Dennis
right hand
again.
by Dennis.
Good jab by Dennis. Good right hand by Dennis. Decent right hand by Jake there. Now, again, it's tough for Mark and I to call these fights dead even, you know,
I mean,
because
we
Dennis
have
the guy.
obvious built-in bias. You know, we've seen Dennis every day for months now.
So when I call a fight with one of our boxers, and I kind of almost look for his opponent to have successes, but Dennis is winning this fight. He's pressing the action. He's the cleaner of the two boxers. Jake is busy, and he did land some decent shots this round. He did not land the better shots this round. I like to see Dennis tighten up that right hand. He's flaring it quite a bit, but then again, he is landing it as well. Front foot heavy, Dennis, pressing the action, but doing so with his boxing. Dennis really winding up on that right hand.
Yeah, Jake looking tired now. And again,
He looks really tired.
bias aside, I thought, and again, like Jake was busier with his jabs and
Yeah,
stuff.
and it's hard to call these fights down the middle when we got one of our boxers involved in it. The Hughes fight was a coin toss. You know, I thought Jimmy took it. It was a split decision. It is what it is. Yep. Like, I don't mean like it is like people say it is what it is. Mean like you got screwed.
you got screwed, yeah.
You know, and we were poking fun at it earlier, but that fight was an incredibly close fight.
One thing we say all the time, and actually a lot of people at home should appreciate this, and a lot of coaches will jump on social media and complain about split decisions constantly. And what Matt always says is you cannot celebrate a split decision win and complain about split decision losses.
Yeah.
So we celebrate all of our split decision wins at Nolan
Hell
Brothers.
yeah,
We don't
man.
complain about any of our split decision losses. We obviously made some jokes earlier about
about
Jimmy
I was
about
like,
being
Vincent's
off air.
that guy. I love that.
It was a very close fight.
yeah.
All kidding aside. So third and final round, we'll see what adjustments are made from both corners here.
Yeah. And again, Jake immediately taking center, pressing the action, but is he landing punches the way Dennis is? I believe the answer is no.
Dennis getting underneath, but not really throwing after the fact.
Yeah.
Getting out of the way. Good defensive posturing. And I wonder how tired he is. I mean, this is a big show, big venue, serious adrenaline dump.
Now, it's not even halfway through the round, but clearly the closest round of the bout so far, in my opinion. Both men looking very tired.
Very tired.
Dennis shortening up his offense, not having the same type of success he had earlier. and just like I say, he lands a pretty decent one too. He does appear to be the slightly fresher of the two, and very tired as well.
He's getting out of the way consistently. He's slipping, but he's not really coming up with a counter.
He did land a decent,
good overhand,
great
very,
right hand
very
by Dennis.
distinct overhand right by
And
Dennis.
I think he smells
knows
a little
that,
bit of blood.
Yeah.
He's trying to make room. Good right hand break, yeah, by Jake there. Jake looking exhausted. As soon as they let go, I'd like to see Dennis, or either man, throw punches for that matter. Dennis going for the home run at this point. I think he knows he's fitter.
20 seconds left in the bout.
I think if Jake doesn't do something really emphatic, I think Dennis might be on his way to cruise and do a unanimous decision here. Crazier things have happened. We just saw that split decision where they got the call right, the split decision call right. But to have it even a split was crazy.
So yeah, I mean, bias on our end, but I think Dennis took that fight, and I think his demeanor and posture speaks to that.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw Jake put his arms up the corner. I think Jake might think that he won that fight.
And again, Jake, very successful opening salvo there.
Yeah.
Big successful opening stanza. And he's regularly the busier guy. Just don't know that
he was definitely busy.
The telling blows.
And, not for nothing, as someone that's been on the receiving end of decisions I didn't agree with, who the hell knows?
Yeah.
But it's funny, whenever we fight, I'll lean over to Mark. I go, dude, no matter what, by the way, we could get murdered. And I go, Mark, I think we got. And Mark's like, shut up, dude. Who the hell knows what the hell he scored this thing, dude?
The winner by split decision.
Wow, split decision.
Fighting out of the red corner.
Terrible split.
Dennis
Terrible
Regan.
split. Terrible split. Dennis clearly won that fight.
To both
Yeah, I
fighters.
just think he just landed the cleaner, harder blows.